How's it going, Rogues Gallery? Today is my birthday. And here on Red Zone Rogue, we always mark the occasion with a special video. This year, I just really wanted to talk about where everything began. And by that, I mean, I want to talk about Magic the Gathering. This is a oversized Shivan dragon that I've had since I was a kid. I got this in an old issue of the Duelist magazine. Magic the Gathering is how I started my trading card game journey all the way back in 1995, starting with the Quick Start box set, the 4th edition Quick Start box set. And I just kind of want to talk about Magic the Gathering today, reminisce a little bit, open up a really old pack near the end of the video, and kind of ask myself, and perhaps you, the question, is there still magic in Magic the Gathering? Because Magic has been an incredibly formative thing for me personally. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Magic the Gathering. I wouldn't have a career in the TCG industry like I do if it wasn't for Magic the Gathering. I wouldn't have likely not gone to Japan as many times as I have. Oh, the land.
Okay.
No, just the... Oh, that's why. It's,
Yavimaya.
Yeah, in the old border.
No.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good. It turns all the lands into forests.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's
That's
pretty
so
good.
nice. Yavimaya.
There's just so much that I owe to this game, including like almost all of the friends that I made growing up. In fact, this is, how I socialized, how I interacted with most people growing up through like elementary school, middle school, and even, a lot through high school. My friends were friends I made through games like Magic the Gathering. Some other stuff too, but Magic was a really, really big part of it. And to me, it's always been this just constant in my life. Even when I haven't played Magic, I can feel the effects that this game has had on me. Even to this day, I wouldn't consider myself someone who regularly plays Magic the Gathering, but I've never sold my collection and I still have everything. So if someone ever came up to me and was like, hey, would you like to play a game of Magic the Gathering? I'd be like, yeah, sure. A lot of these feelings and sentiments kind of had a resurgence in me while I was reading this particular manga. This is the Destroy All Humans, They Cannot Be Regenerated. This is a Magic the Gathering manga set in 1998 Japan, and if there's anything that I can relate to more than this, I don't know what it is. This speaks like directly to my soul. There are parts of this manga, and we are currently on the 5th issue of the English release of this, and it just kind of tugs at my heartstrings. I would like to share with you one particular panel from the first issue of this manga, and it just, I don't know, man, it just really, really resonated with me. And it is this panel. It says, if we could spend every day like this, life would be great. And I don't know why, but this particular line just really got to me in the best way possible. If there's anything in this world that could get me to play Magic the Gathering again or get me back into Magic, it's this manga. This is incredible. I can't recommend this enough. Even if you're not into Magic, if you're into trading card games, if it has been a part of your formative youth, I cannot recommend this manga enough. And I say all of this stuff because when I look at modern Magic the Gathering, and don't get me wrong, I'm not going to start complaining about modern Magic or where that's going. This is more of a video talking about finding the magic in Magic. When I look at it, it just kind of feels off to me. And I'm not going to dwell on this, like I said, this is not a big point of discussion for this video, but I don't resonate really with what modern Magic is doing. I still have purchased some cards, and we'll talk about that. I kind of want to show off one of my favorite decks when we just get to the top down, because I do want to, talk about the magic in Magic, but, and what I really enjoy in it, what I still really find enjoyable with it. But, feeling these, nostalgic feelings, feeling this sense of yesteryear and this kind of sense of wonder that Magic instilled in me when I was a kid. It's something special, and it really, really set me on this lifelong path. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about this right now. This is more of me reminiscing and hopefully just sharing with you something that I found that kind of rekindle a little bit of the spark in me for this game, for something that is honestly an incredibly important part of my life. So Let's go ahead and jump to a top-down. I have some old Magic the Gathering packs from my childhood that I've been kind of saving for a rainy day. I kind of wanted to open them up for my birthday anyway, but I was like, you know what, we can turn this into a discussion and just kind of share with you something that I've been kind of thinking about lately. And I'll showcase one of my favorite decks that I still have, and we'll open up some old Magic packs. We're going to go over every single card. I'm going to talk about every single card. We're going to read them all off. I'm not just going to flip through, try to get to a money hit or something like that. That's not what this is about. This is about finding the magic in Magic. So, yeah, let's go ahead and jump to a top-down and talk about some more Magic. And welcome to the top-down. Here's that massive Shivan dragon. You know, look how scuffed this is. I've literally had this since, I don't know, middle school era, whenever this particular issue of The Duelist came out. I think it's the one with Grevin Ilvek on the cover. But yeah, this has been in multiple binders, like, you know, when it had like the clear parts on the binder, you could stick it in so you see the front. I had this all throughout middle school into high school and stuff. So yeah, this thing has been with me through thick and thin. So yeah, as with, like I said, I have never sold out, so I still have my Magic cards. I also kind of want to show off another part that I just find a lot of joy in, and that's collecting particular parts of Magic the Gathering history. As you saw the big Shivan dragon, well, I also have many little Shivan dragons, and by that I mean the you know, regular standard card size. I collect Shivan dragons. It's my favorite card in the game. It's my favorite card in trading card game history. These Shivan dragons in particular, these ones are 4th edition Shivan dragons. You can tell by the 1995 date here on the bottom, and also kind of just by the general layout of the card. This is my favorite version because I started Magic on 4th edition. So I have a good handful of 4th edition 4th edition Shivan dragons. This one is 5th edition. You can tell the difference by the 1997 date, but also the templating, right? You can see that flying is a little bit templated differently. It's a little bit above the fire breathing ability, the +1/+0 until end of turn. And so I have a handful of 5th edition cards. 5th edition was a weird set. I remember when it came out because they had different arts for a lot of the cards in 5th edition. It was still a reprint set, but they did different art for a bunch of cards, and it was kind of a wild thing at the time. We have my Chaos draft box. It's in this unsanctioned box. And inside the box we have a bunch of booster packs. We're not going to open up all these packs. We're actually going to open up a couple of them. But this is my Chaos draft box. So if I have some friends over, they want to do some Chaos draft or some pack wars or something, hey, I have some stuff. I have some packs of the original Jumpstart, so we can crack these open and do some Jumpstart. And I also have a bunch of packs. Here are some of the newer packs. These are packs that actually have the new Magic symbol, Up Till Thrones, Wilds of Eldraine. So we have some packs here or there. Some modern. These are all draft boosters, so once again, specifically for some drafting. All the way back to Ravnica Allegiance. I don't think I have every pack, but I have a good chunk. And then here we have some older stuff. A couple newer packs in here, but also some older stuff. So we have some core sets. So we have 2019, 2020, 2021. We also have some Unfinity if we want to go wacky and do some stupid sticker stuff. Then we have some older packs that actually have the older Magic symbol with like our logo. We have some Aether Revolt, Shadows over Innistrad, Theros, Dragon's Maze, Gatecrash. And then the pack that I'm going to open up today, we have Prophecy and we have Fallen Empires. And I think I'm going to open up these two today as a little gift to myself, because this is the era that I fell in love with Magic, and this is the most nostalgic thing for me possible. I've been holding these packs for quite a while. I remember when Fallen Empires packs were $1.50. They're like $10 now, which is insane, but it is what it is. So we're going to open up some old Magic packs today. But before we get to the packs, I do kind of want to showcase, this is my Marin of Clan Neltoth deck. And I've shown this off in some videos before. The deck has probably changed since then, but this is a good showcase of what I love about this game and what I love about trading card games. And that is, this is something that I can just play with friends, sit down face to face with friends and loved ones, and just have a good time playing card games. And that to me, that's what this is all about. And this deck kind of encapsulates a lot of that for me, because this is my own personal deck full of cards throughout my own personal history, right? I have stuff like my Mark Tadine signed Sol Ring. I have stuff like this Deathrite Shaman signed by Steve Argyle. I got him to sign this in person. Steve's a great guy. Really, always awesome to chat with him. I've had the pleasure of chatting with him a few times. And so, like, what I'm trying to get at is this deck is a mix of old and new, and stuff that I just personally find really, really enjoyable. Man, I wish I could find a foil old Spore Frog. And so we have stuff like my original Ancient Tomb that I've been playing with since I was a kid. And like new stuff like this Golgari Signet that is the Dan Fraser Secret Lair. And I just love the old style of it. Maze of Ith, one of my favorite cards when I was a kid. This was such a wild card to me. Didn't make any mana, but it had this cool effect to just kind of brick creatures, make it so they don't do any combat damage. And so here's my old Yogwill Phyrexian Tower. But we have some new stuff like the Delighted Halfling. There's a Grave Titan. Like as mentioned, this is kind of what Magic is to me. It's like this hodgepodge of things from throughout its lifespan. Old, new, and what it all amounts to is just sitting down and having fun with friends. And I can't really say much more than that. It's like the bonds that you make. It's so corny, but people do say like, oh, the Magic is the gathering or whatever. But it's true. It's actually true. At the end of the day, that's what really matters. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to showcase this deck in particular. One of my favorite things is I have full sets of these are my favorite lands in Magic. This particular forest and this particular swamp are my favorites. It's gotta be the forest with the tree with the little eyes in the hole. All right, I've been looking forward to opening these for a very long time. So let's just get to it. Let's do the Fallen Empires pack first. I opened up so much Fallen Empires as a kid. When I was younger, I can't remember what birthday it was, but for my birthday, we had instead of just a regular like birthday party, we had a Magic the Gathering birthday party, and it was basically a big draft. And my parents allowed us to get the equivalent of one booster box of Magic the Gathering to do for the draft, as you do. And when we went to the game store, the guy at the game store said, hey, you could get one booster box of this set. And I don't remember what was the one at the time. It might have been like Odyssey or something like that. You could get one booster box of this set, or we can get you 3 boxes of Fallen Empires. Because boxes of Fallen Empires at the time were like $40 US. I'm not even kidding. And we went for the boxes of Fallen Empires. It was terrible and glorious at the same time. If you've ever drafted with Fallen Empires, I recommend everyone do it once. It's fun and awful. So let's open this up. And this is one of the original Magic the Gathering booster packs. Just looking at this gives me so much nostalgia. I can't tell you how much. A Richard Garfield game. I would love to talk to Richard Garfield someday. I've had the privilege of being able to talk to a lot of game devs in the industry, and Richard is one of the ones that I have not yet been able to talk to, and I would love to do so. So let's open up this pack of Fallen Empires. Oh, first card is a banger, dude. Okay, but I gotta give him the sniff though first. Ooh, let's go, dude. Let's go. The old Magic packs smell the best. All right, first card here is Hymn to Torok. This is still a very good playable card. You'll see it in stuff like Cube. I'm not sure if it sees any play in like Vintage or Legacy, but it's a great card. 2 black, sorcery, target player discards 2 cards at random from their hand. If they do not have enough cards in their hand, their whole hand is discarded. This card is sweet. This is one of the sets that had a bunch of different artwork, or maybe the set that had a bunch of different artwork. So this is one of the many artworks for Hymn to Torok. A lot of people like the circle one. A lot of people like the 3 Wolf Moon one. I think I like the 3 Wolf Moon one, but this is a close second. I like this one. Classic Liz Danforth artwork. She did a lot of early Magic, but also stuff like Middle Earth CCG. Good stuff. Ooh, Elvish Scout. Another great one. Another Mark Poole classic. It's a 1 green, 1/1 summon elf. You can tap a green and tap it, and untap target attacking creature you control. That creature neither receives nor deals combat damage. So you can kind of like do some attacks, and if they do some good blocks, you can kind of get your guy out of combat. I like this card. Played with them a little bit. I did play Elf decks a little bit as a kid. Ooh, Vidalian Mage. This is a sweet pack. These actually are semi-playable cards. This one lets you do kind of counter spells. This one lets you do a Force Spike, sort of. So it's a 3-cost 1/1. That's the power level we're talking about here, Fallen Empires. Vidalian Mage. It's a Merfolk. Another Mark Pool classic. You can pay a green and tap it. Pay a blue and tap it. Apologies, I'm thinking of this other Mark Pool banger. You counter a spell unless the control pays 1. Play this ability as an interrupt. Yeah, interrupts were definitely a thing. Yeah, this is a cool card. This is a cool card. There's much better ones. I remember the disruptive student from Saga. That's the same mana cost, but all you have to do is just tap it instead of paying a blue and tapping it. But this is a Merfolk. It's a Merfolk. Brass Claw Orcs. Nice. And by nice, I mean not very good. It's a 3/2 for 3. Cannot be assigned to block any creature power greater than 1. Hey, you just turn this sideways. You attack. You get in there. But look at this. Look at this gnarly Rob Alexander artwork, man. A whole skin is worth 1,000 victories. Orcish veteran of the Battle of Montford. I should have read the flavor text for the other ones. Ooh, this is Mercian. This is like weird card. So 2 and 2 blue, enchant creature. Put 3 net counters on Mercian when it is brought into play. Target creature Mercian enchants does not untap as normal during its controller's untap phase, as long as any net counters on it. As a fast effect, target creature's controller may pay the creature's casting cost to remove a net counter. Wild. This is a wild card, man. Pete Venter's classic artwork. Oh, another good card. This is actually a really good Fallen Empires pack. Goblin Grenade. This is a 1-cost sorcery. You sacrifice a goblin to deal 5 damage to anything. This is great. Goblin Grenade is awesome. I don't suppose we could teach them to throw the curse thing, or to throw the curse things. Yeah, this is a great card. All right, we have like what? Two more cards. We have Elven Lyre. Wait, this is the last card. No, we have 2 more cards. Elven Lyre. Beautiful art. Oh, it's a Kaja Foglia artwork. So this is a 2-cost artifact. You can pay 1 and tap it and sack it to give a creature +2/+2 until end of turn. Sure. You could give +2/+2 something till end of turn. All right. This is once again, this is a power level we're playing at. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. And then our final card here, Douglas Schuler, 2/1 River Merfolk. It is a 2/1 for 2 blue. You can pay 1, give it Mountain Walk. Yep. And it has the Sarpadian Empires Volume 5 flavor text. Dwelling in icy mountain streams near their goblin and orcish foes, the River Merfolk were known for their stoicism. Honestly, for a pack of Fallen Empires, not bad. Not bad at all. We got some playables here. We got Goblin Grenade. We got, I think the Elvish Scout's not that bad, but mostly it's the Goblin Grenade and the Hymn to Torag. These are actually like playable cards in decks, like still to this day. So hey, we got some cool stuff. Oh man, this is where we're at. I love it. I would pick, if we were drafting this, I would pick the Hymn to Torag, like 100%. I think the Elvish Lyre in draft, not that bad. The 2/2/2, pretty good. The biggest creature we saw here was like what, the 2/1, right? Oh no, the 3/2 Brass Claw Orcs. Goblin Grenade, good second pick, or good alternate pick. All right, so that's the Fallen Empires pack. Let's open up the pack of Prophecy. I remember when this set came out as well. This is the one that did it have like the Pain cards, like Citadel of Pain, and basically it kind of reintroduces. Well, it punishes you for leaving lands untapped. So it's kind of like a mana burn punishing kind of thing. I don't know. It's a weird mechanic. I think it was Prophecy that did that. Also, I think this had like the legendary spell shapers, like Latula and Jolrael. And I think, I don't want to spoil, is the first card going to be rare? It's uncommon. Okay, so I was going to say, I'm not sure the order. I think it's going to be uncommons. Ooh, beautiful Flowering Field. I think it's going to be 3 uncommons, and then the rare that's upside down. I think these are going to be the hits there. Unless we get a foil, which we could get a foil. All right. The foil, by the way, that we want to get is Rhystic Study, because yeah, that's a card that's actually worth some money here. But like I said, we're just gonna indulge this. By the way, let me take a whiff. Yeah, dude, that is perfect. Death Charmer. It's a 2/2 for 3. When Death Charmer deals combat damage to a creature, that creature controller loses 2 life unless they pay 2. Yeah, there's also like this. This is like the Ristic kind of mechanic. You have to pay some mana unless you get a negative effect. Coastal Hornclaw. 5 mana, 3/3, but it doesn't have flying unless you sacrifice a land. Hey, you thought Fallen Empires was bad? Coastal Hornclaw. Ooh, Pygmy Razorback. Actual playable card. It is a 2/1 for 2 with Trample. It's also a boar. Look at that boar. That's great. Next up, Ristic Shield. So creatures you control get +0/+1 until end of turn. They get an additional +0/+2 unless any player pays 2. Once again, this is like the Ristic mechanic. You have to pay. Your opponent has to pay something unless you get a bonus effect. Awesome Kev Walker artwork. We have Keldon Berserker. This was kind of playable. It's a 4 mana 2/3. But wait, it could be a 5/3. Whenever Keldon Berserker attacks, if you control no untapped lands, it gets +3/+0 until end of turn. Yeah, this is the deck that had the Citadel of Pain and that kind of stuff. Crazy. Ooh, Bog Glider, yo. But Bog Glider is one of the mercenary searchers, I think. So it's 2 and a black for flying 1/1. Once again, a 3 mana 1/1. It's a mercenary, important. You sack a land. This set loves sacking lands, apparently. Search your library for a mercenary card with converted mana cost 2 or less and put it into play, then shuffle. Yeah, okay. Go get a merc. There's a like a black merc, I think, that has like fear. We have Alexi's Cloak. Alexi is the blue legendary spell shaper. 1 and a blue. You may play this anytime you can play an instant. Enchanted creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. So you can just give something hexproof, basically, at instant speed. That's alright. That's alright. We have Joel Rail's Favor. Joel Rail is the green legendary spell shaper. This one you can also play anytime you can play an instant, and this one gives it 1 and a green to regenerate. So these are both ways to kind of save your creatures in various circumstances. Not great cards. Never played these even as a kid. We have the Trenching Steed, another 4 mana 2/3, and you can sack a land and it gets +0/+3. Once again, the set loves sacking lands. This set hates lands. Next we have Fault Riders. This one is another sack land. 3 mana 2/2, creature soldier, sacrifice a land. Fault Raiders gets +2/+0 and first strike until end of turn. Play this only once each turn. That's not that bad. You could trade your land for another creature in combat. Sure. Next up we have Steel Strength. 1 and a black. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Another creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Yeah, this is also not a great one. Also not a great one, but still pretty cool. This is Greel Mindraker, the black legendary spell shaper. Art by D. Alexander Gregory. Oh, here's the Flowering Field that we saw before. This is an enchant land. We had a lot of enchant lands back in the day. 1 and a white. Enchanted land has tap, prevent the next 1 damage to be dealt to target creature or player. So this basically turns your land into a Samite healer. Absolutely beautiful Jeff Miracola artwork on this one. We also have, Spiketail Drake. This card's sick. I really like this card. This is a 5 mana, 3 double blue for a creature Drake, 3/3 flying, and then you can sack this and basically, it's not mana drain. It's the counter target spell unless the controller pays 3, right? Yeah, this is a good one. This is a great. I literally played this card back in the day. This is a great one. Spiketail Hatchling's better. It's the 1/1 for 2 flying, and you can sack it to counter unless they pay 1. But still, pretty good. Pretty good. That's a good uncommon. Next up we have, Lesser Gargadon. This is a 4 mana 6/4. Whenever Lesser Gargadon attacks or blocks, you sack a land. So it's overstated for the time, and it also has a drawback. Pretty bad drawback. I don't know anyone who played this card. And then finally, our upside down rare. It's a white card. What do you want? Magetta the Lion, maybe? Oop, not a creature. Let's see. It's Sheltering Prayers. Ooh, weird card. So it's a 1-cost enchantment. Basic lands each player controls can't be the target of spells or abilities as long as that player controls 3 or fewer lands. Yeah, I don't know what the weird land stuff going on in this set was. Weird card. We did not get there with the Ristic study, unfortunately, but that was still really fun to open. Favorite card out of the pack is the Spiketail Drake. Card that I would pick and draft, it's the Spiketail Drake. And yeah, I think we're gonna essentially end the video here. And I'm just gonna re-pose the question to you. Is there still magic in Magic the Gathering? I think there is, if you go looking for it. If you are turned off by what Magic is doing currently, if you look at Magic the Gathering and see Ninja Turtles and SpongeBob and Sonic the Hedgehog and all that kind of stuff, and you're like, hey, what's going on here? Like, this feels like it's lost its soul or its spirit. I think if you dig enough, you can find something that brings the magic back for you. Whether it's these old packs or whether it's something like, you know, a Japanese manga, I think there's still something to be said for this and something to be had. For me personally, this is what it is for me. And at the end of the day, it's just the friendships and where this game has taken me from when I was a kid to where I am now. And I can't be more grateful. So, yeah. That's kind of what I want to end today. I want to end on a good note. It is my birthday, and I do love this game, despite not even playing it currently. Maybe someday I'll get back into it, but we'll see. Please let me know what you think about all the stuff in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe maybe, if you want to see more card game content. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you next time.